Hello and welcome to part 2 of rating all bosses in Dark Souls 1. If you found yourself enjoying part 1, I hope part 2 will please you in the same way. In this part, I'll be covering the bosses alphabetically, starting with Great Grey Wolf Seath and ending with the Bed of Chaos. So, without further ado, let's get right into the rating. Starting off with the first boss in this part, Great Grey Wolf Seath. Seath was the partner of Taurus, who protected him while fighting. Now Seath just guards his fallen comrade's grave and also the ring, Covenant of Taurus, which is needed to walk in the abyss and also to fight the Four Kings. Looking at his size and arena, there's plenty of space to dodge. I actually like the design of it just because it has so much to do with the lore and I can see that the devs put work into it. His attack pattern is normally just some charged swings and a stomp on the ground. So pretty easy, right? I really enjoyed fighting Seath, but I felt bad that I had to kill him. He's getting a rating of 9 out of 10 Estus Flasks. Next up we have a boss with the most iconic soundtrack in the entire Souls series.
Stop saying dumbass things! You're not even making sense!
Gwyn, Lord of Cinder, was the one who sacrificed himself to postpone the end of the Age of Fire. After acquiring all Lord Souls and shards and returning them to the Lord Vessel, you will fight Gwyn as your last challenge. He is indeed the final boss of the game. I haven't fully used his arena because I just parried him. He dealt lots of damage but nothing too hard. Especially the fact that you can parry him makes it so much easier. If you can parry, of course. I overall enjoyed him and his soundtrack very much. He definitely deserves a 10 out of 10 Estus Flask rating from me. The Iron Golem is a really big boy who guards the entrance to Ornstein. He's your last challenge of Sen's Fortress. There is a way where you can get him to fall off the edge, but I didn't manage to get it. Anyway, the Iron Golem is really easy to beat. His arena is adapted to his movement, and honestly I don't think it's too small. Overall, it was a fast and easy boss fight, so I would give the Iron Golem an Estus Flask rating of 7 out of 10. So, Manus, Father of the Abyss. I didn't beat him. This boy kept clapping me and I don't know why, but this dude has the most chill Manus I have ever seen. And yes, I used someone's gameplay, but it's linked in the description. Judging the difficulty, Manus is godlike. He's so freaking difficult. His arena is fine, to be honest. Nothing rememberable. I had no fun fighting because he just one-shotted me all the time, and in general he's just an RNG boss. I would give Manus a 5 out of 10 Estus Flask rating. This boss is a joke, right? Please tell me it's a joke. Moonlight Butterfly. Bro, what is this? There's literally a magical butterfly just flying around and you're just sitting there waiting and dodging so that this motherfucker puts his head down so you can hit it? I don't know, the difficulty is just a joke and so is the arena. It's too small, but if you adapt to the attacks, it doesn't really matter. Overall, it's just a waste of time in my opinion. The butterfly gets a 3 out of 10 Estus Flask rating from me. Gravelord Nito is one of the lords who fought in the war against the dragons. Nito rules over the dead and has an army of skeletons in the catacombs and in the tomb of giants. He wasn't too difficult. I liked running around in circles and fighting his skeleton allies to then finally beat him. His arena is fine, I mean it's just a big circle where you run around. But you got the tomb of Nito. That's pretty cool. In general, I enjoyed fighting Nito, so I would give him a 8 out of 10 Estus Flask rating. Our beloved duo Ornstein and Smough. Dragon Slayer Ornstein is the captain of the 4 Knights of Gwyn, but sadly we must assume that he is present as an illusion, because he is also present in Dark Souls 2 in Hyda's Tower of Flame, and his armor is present in Dark Souls 3 in Archdragon Peak. Together with Executioner Smough and Executioner for the royal family of Ornstein, they're building our beloved duo. I thought with our Sunbro Solaire, but I love how you can split the aggro with the help of the pillars, which is in my opinion necessary in gank boss fights. After killing one of the two, the one who's alive will gather the power through the corpse of his duo partner. There is plenty of space in this arena. Also, I forgot to mention the fire soundtrack. This Ost is fucking crazy, not gonna lie. Ornstein and Smough are getting an Estus Flask rating of 10 out of 10 from me. Pinwheel boss fight, woohoo! The Pinwheel is supposed to be a necromancer body controlled by the 3 masks. The mask of the father, mother and child. One of them is dropped after defeating the boss. The other mask can be bought from patches. This boss fight is arguably the easiest. Small arena, not too much damage, and no bullshit. This fight is just there to get some bosses into the game, so he gets a 5 out of 10 Estus Flask rating from me. After getting pulled into a different dimension by a hairy long arm, it's our time to fight the Sanctuary Guardian. This creature guards the entry to Ulysseal's Sanctuary and is the first DLC boss you'll encounter. You can cut off his tail and gather the Guardian tail. Welp, you got a really big arena with a big boss, so it's equal. I first tried him, but it took ages to defeat him. Overall, he's a fine boss and I give him the rating of 6 out of 10 Estus Flasks. Seath the Scaleless is a dragon born without the stone scales, who betrayed his own kind. Gwyn decides to give him the title Duke, so Seath proceeded to build his archive with the name Duke's Archives. Because he wanted immortality, he locked himself away and studied how to gain immortality. Finally he solves his problem but turns mad and paranoid. His arena is kind of small and some of his attacks are a guaranteed one shot, but overall Seath wasn't too hard. I enjoyed this boss fight, so I would give him the rating of 7 out of 10 Estus Flasks. The Stray Demon is the same kind of demon as the Asylum Demon. You also fight him in the underground after returning to the Northern Undead Asylum. He drops a Titanite slab when being defeated, so he is valuable. But the Stray Demon is actually an optional boss. He basically has the same moveset as the Asylum Demon and the same arena size, so he is just a copy and paste boss. He deserves an Estus Flask rating of 3 out of 10. Yes sir, the Taurus Demon. First of all, climb up the ladder to get rid of those archers. Proceed to bait the Taurus Demon and jump on his head to deal lots of damage. You're fighting on a rather big bridge above the Undead Burg. The Taurus Demon is rather easy and really enjoyable. You can deal more damage if you put lightning on your weapon. So as one of the first bosses, I would give him a Estus Flask rating of 6 out of 10. Finally we have reached the last boss. But the last boss on this list is also the worst. The Bed of Chaos. The Witch of Islith trapped herself and 2 of her daughters inside the Bed of Chaos, which is also the source of all demons. This boss fight is a fight which should belong in a parkour game and not in Dark Souls. This fucking thing just sweeps you away and then you simply die. You have to go to the right and left side to destroy some orbs, then you just enter through the middle and kill the Witch of Islith. This boss fight is just a mess and it's so freaking poor. It only deserves a 1 out of 10 Estus Flask rating because of its uniqueness. So folks, this was part 2 of rating all bosses in Dark Souls 1. I really hope you enjoyed my video, and if you did, I would again recommend my homie Kachui. I would really appreciate if you consider liking this video and leaving a comment below. That was it for today, so see you in the next video.